Hello, everyone. I am Professor Zahoor, ex-Dean Faculty of Fine Arts, Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi. I am going to give a demonstration on poster color or gouache. Both are the same. Poster color is a thick and water-based medium. The difference between poster color and transparent watercolor is that poster color is an opaque medium, but both are two types of watercolors only, one opaque and one transparent. In poster colors, one can use white, while the transparent watercolors, the white of paper is used as white color, and with more water and less of color, unlike poster colors. I will show you how to use and apply these thick colors. One can use any color one likes as per preferences. With experience, one can judge what impact might a color give. I am using chrome yellow, yellow ochre and white on this handmade paper with beautiful textural quality. This tactile quality of paper will enhance the luster of the colors. The less you blend the colors together, the more fresh they will look. Quickly spread the colors across the area and gradually keep on adding more and more colors as per the area imagined. William de Raymond says a painting is a doorway into psychological, spiritual space. It is an expression of transcendent form that opens out into the infinite. After spreading the tones of yellows accompanied with white, now is the time to introduce another color in the painting. I am applying greenish blue, at first mixed with white and then pure color across the yellow area. One can see how the whole color scheme has changed from warm to cool. As one can work in layers, an artist can even reverse the scheme from cool to warm according to his preferences. There are no hard and fast rules. Now again, a coat of yellow ochre has subdued the blue color and converted it into an underlayer. It gets tough to see the color underneath. If another color is applied mixed with white. White has high opaque quality in it. Till now, one can imagine a sky full of the playfulness of clouds. Each stroke is creating an interesting mystery in the sky. Clyde Espevik said, "You are creating interest in foundation by creating those knowledge gaps, like in a novel, but not in a totally obvious way, or it can get boring or trite." After drying, the colors might get a bit dull and change their value. So, an addition of a little color here or there is a part of painting technique. Every stroke adds a new look to the painting, from bright to dull and revived from dull to bright. The whole painting can totally change and become something different with layers by layers progress. A spectator can see that I applied another layer of color, blue, and again submerged it with white and yellow ochre. Something of, and yet something away from what it was at initial stage. There is a continuous urge in an artist to transform the scene with his imagination, spontaneity, and awareness. He wants to explore all the imaginative possibilities and discovers new resources and dimension. No one can even guess how many coats of colors have covered this area depicting sky. An artist can lighter a few parts in a painting and move them away or darken a section and make it look closer. Here too, by adding white, a distance has been created in the sky, and by foreground has been brown near by coating it with burnt umber and green. The dry brush is adding a textural beauty. Placement of a few strong strokes can create an impression of bushes or stones. It is a reconstruction on each layer, where one can see the strokes of myriad mindsets and ideas. After filling the foreground with brown and then overcoating it with sap green, add more tones of brown and green mixed with white. The darkest tone will add depth to the painting. While lighter tones will enhance certain areas. Single dab will become an element in itself and make its own identity. One can see the things not visible getting discovered and visible ones losing themselves in the silhouettes. Adding mauve color over the variation of green brings out another depth and luminosity to the painting. The foliage is growing more and more heavier with the overcoats of multiple shades. All the colors are losing their identity, yet reflecting a new character when blended with another colors. The haywire strokes are depicting the wilderness of the nature by the play of underlayer peeping through the overcoat of colors. It all depends on an artist, his technique, style, and vision, where he wants to lead his imaginative painting. Gauche adds to the experimental possibilities as one can use the color directly from bottle and apply thick unlike the transparent watercolors. The optical mixing of two thick colors placed side by side or over each other adds another dimension to a two-dimensional surface. With the depths of blue and yellow ochre, the vision is traveling from the foreground to the horizon. A distance perspective is being created. It is very important for an artist to have a clear vision as he only has to subdue some areas, eliminate a few unwanted details, and highlight the desired parts, something close to reality and something other than what is visible to the eye. The strokes of light blue are indicating the water, which is reflecting the colors of the sky. The strokes can mean nothing when seen at a closer distance, but when observing from a distance, each patch has its own sparkle, which supports in highlighting the one placed next to it. Claude Monet, the Impressionist painter and expert, is painting the scenes in various times of the day, said, when you go out to paint, try to forget what object you have before you, a tree, a house, a field, or whatever. Merely think here is a streak of yellow and paint it just as it looks to you, the exact color and shape, until it emerges as your own naive impression of the scene before you. Similarly, here too, one can just see bold patches and overlaying of colors indicating objects, and the awareness and observation of the worldly things helps one in guessing what is depicted. Even in the abstraction, imagination helps in making the invisible things visible. It is a bold representation of the real landscape, as if seen from blurred eyes. The process of overpainting is never ending. It all depends on artist's satisfaction and vision. He can keep on applying broken patches or dabs and add more depth to the textural quality. Only by practice and experience teaches an artist, which effect can be attained by which stroke, and at which place to be rough and where smooth, which areas are meant to be intricately detailed and which blurred. The dark dots over the patches of mauve, green, yellow ochre, and blue are adding more variations to the space of imagination, virtuosity, and mystery, where an artist is entering the doorway of spiritual dimensions. He gets so engrossed and tries to bring out the best out of his experimental approach. For a coherent painterly structure, one need to dissolve oneself totally in the world of sensations and just bring out the essence of the scene. And just bring out the essence of the scene. One can see the articulation of the idea, an expression which is both physical and intellectual, where an artist is not only experimenting but also keeping in mind the color, scheme, tonal variation, limitations of base and medium, and even rhythmic balance. While painting, one needs to keep in mind the durability of the paper on which multiple layers are going to be coated delicately as well as roughly. The textured paper always gives best results in poster or gouache painting. We can see the tones which have been applied over each other to create this beautiful painting. There were yellow ochre, chrome yellow, and these two then mixed with white. Blue and green, and another tone again with white. Purple and blues like Persian and cobalt. White has been used a lot, alone as well as mixed with almost all colors. I feel like adding more strokes in the painting. Retouching keeps on going till an artist's soul is satisfied with the result. He wants to reach the extreme of expression and create a masterpiece. Like Henry Matisse said, I want to reach the state of condensation of sensation which constitute a picture. Perhaps I might be satisfied momentarily with a work finished at one sitting, but I would soon get bored looking at it. Therefore, I prefer to continue working on it so that later I may recognize it as a work of my mind. More and more strokes will keep on changing the atmosphere of the painting. The placements will keep on changing, but for sure, the canvas become a base which stimulates the imagination and a place full of silhouettes, chiaroscuro, tonal variations, explorations, inspiration, wonder and excitement. A strange connection is formed between the artist and his deliberate as well as unplanned strokes. One just needs to educate the eye to understand visual information. The dots of light and dark shades keep on creating an enhancing portrayal of colors, values, and textures arranged in the numerous layers and involved in the interlocking of light and shadows. Depths of crimson adds more beauty to the abstraction. They are in fact breaking the monotony of the colors underneath and stand out and mark their identity. One wonder what a contrast color can do in triggering the spirits. These abstract lines and dots of colors create enchanting effects without emphasizing any particular part or details. Only an artist can deeply catch he vibes from his process of creation, which is full of ideas, informations, concepts, inspiration, and sensations. To the spectator or a viewer, the work of art may mean something or nothing. Piet Mondrian beautifully expressed what is natural does not have to be a representation of something. I am now working on a thing that is a reconstruction of a starry sky, and yet I am making it without a given from nature. Someone says he used a theme from nature can be right, but also someone who says he uses nothing at all. After the completion of the painting, it is time to remove the tape from the side of the paper, which were acting like a mask to create an even border for the painting. A border always helps in pulling the vision inside the painting and does not let the eye distract from the painting. It acts like a doorway into the spiritual space of an artist's mind. The soul is still not satisfied and want to add more patches to add branches in the foliage and bring more depth to it. One can make the change to any extent possible, or even change the whole scenario in ghost technique, where the underlayer becomes the base for the upper coat. The important factor is to keep the luminosity and freshness of the color alive as something too much. Mixing can start giving a dirty and chaotic effects. The crimson depths from a distance look like flower beds in the greenery, and the latest white depths have totally removed the effect of water and is seeming like leaves thrown over the surface. It, in fact, all depends on the viewer what he wants to see in the abstraction. The motive is to create an illusionistic effect of an artist's imagination and knowledge.